Hello, it's Phil from Digital DJ Tips. Today we're going to have a look at the Rane SL2 package for Serato Scratch Live. Now, this is the Rane SL2 package, and this is a digital vinyl system. Now, DVSs are something we haven't covered in much detail on Digital DJ Tips. I don't really know why, because digital vinyl, the clue is in the name, it's digital. It's another way of controlling digital music. So we're putting that right in 2012, and we're going to cover the DVS systems and get you up to speed on them. And this is one of the big ones from Rane. Rane make DVS hardware for Serato. So Serato make the software, but the hardware for digital vinyl comes from Rane. So that's what we're looking at here, is the hardware bit of the equation, if you like. The software comes with this, and it's free, and it's upgradable for life. So you buy this and you've always got the latest software, and you don't have to pay for any kind of upgrades to keep it that way. So let's have a look at what's in the box. You already have your decks and mixer, and that's really the whole point of this kind of system. If you already have record decks, you already have a mixer, you already have a workflow, there's no reason to get rid of all that gear when you can add a system like this. And Rane with Serato Scratch Live is quite nice in the way that the system allows you to DJ in the way you've always DJed, which is really, it gets uncannily close to using vinyl. Here's a piece of Serato Scratch Live control vinyl. It has grooves at the end, which are kind of like the run-out grooves on a record. And what these let you do is you can drop the needle into there, and by moving the record around, it'll move up and down through your tunes list, through your library, and you can do it through your folders as well. So you can select a tune by just glancing at the laptop and using the record, and you can set it so that when you turn the record over, side A to side B, and put the needle down, it'll start playing the next record. So you can do the whole thing using the vinyl, so I think that's really nice. But you can also, there's also modes where you can start using loops that are matched to the beat and so on, in the same way that we do with controllers and controller software. So you kind of get the ability to dip your feet into the waters of digital DJing, especially if you're used to using vinyl. I think that's quite a nice introduction to it, and you get a chance to try both ways. Let's have a look at what is in the box when you buy this system, so we can try and explain how it works. There's a diagram that I've reproduced on the article that accompanies this at digitaldjtips.com/SL2. So if you don't really get your head around it, then go and look at the diagram, because it's quite easy. You have this box here. This is the actual hardware. Very simple box. It looks like any audio interface. Has sockets on both sides. This pole is for connecting the earth leads of your record deck, and there's a tiny little switch which just lets you switch between CDs and records. There's also control CDs, so I've just shown you some records. You get some CDs with it as well, so you can use CDJs. And there's a socket for plugging in a mains adapter, just in case your laptop can't provide enough power. It's built to work off power from laptops. A couple of LEDs to give you status, and a USB in, and that's it. So it looks like a simple audio interface. It's nicely made in metal, painted black metal, reasonably heavy but not too heavy. It's just a nice, well-made little unit. You get some stickers in the box as well, which you can stick on the bottom of it if you wish. And they give it a nice rubber feet kind of hole on your table. The leads that come with it are a really good USB lead. I like to see good USB leads with things rather than those cheap, thin black ones. This is a nice braided metal blue covered USB. 4 standard leads for plugging in from this box into your mixer, because that's how it works. You plug your record deck straight into here, and then you plug from here into 2 channels of your mixer and carry on mixing like normal. So you have these 4 leads here, basically because if you're using CDJs, they've given you a couple of leads so that you can either use them as spares or throw away the old ones from your CDJs or whatever. So there's your phono or RCA cables. Also in the box, you get the aforementioned control CDs, and you get the software, although it's best to go to Serato's website and download the latest version of the software. It's almost invariably there's going to be a newer version of the software available to you. And you know, apart from that, that's it. There's an easy quick start guide that tells you about calibrating. You need to calibrate the vinyl. So when you put your needle on the vinyl, in a loud environment, for instance, the other record deck is playing music, the software needs to know the difference between what that sounds like through the needle, because the needle always picks up a bit of background noise, and what actual playing sounds like. So you have to put the needle down on the record, turn some music up really loud, and just do a bit of calibrating. Sounds a lot harder than it is, it takes seconds. So this tells you all about that, this little leaflet, and then there's the full instruction guide, which really is a guide to the Serato Scratch Live software, because once you've plugged this in and configured a couple of hardware settings, it's very little to do. It's all about the software, so this guide mainly covers the software. And of course, your control vinyl, which is quite a fetish item actually. You can get all kinds of coloured vinyl, and some of it is quite expensive. And a few stickers. So that's what's in the box. What's this one like compared to other systems? Well, we're going to look at Tractor Scratch in a later video in a couple of weeks' time. But compared to the other Serato systems, the SL1, which the SL2 replaced, is now it's cheaper. It's still available, not made, but it's still available. It has a microphone input, which the SL2 drops, and you can get it for $100 to $150 cheaper. So although the spec is slightly higher on the SL2, it's got better core and ASIO drivers, and it's got better sampling rate, and it has USB 2 as opposed to USB 1.1, I think. Although you get all that, the old version worked really well, and if you're on a budget, you've got a decision to make there, because the old one is still available, still does the job. The SL3 and SL4, they add extra inputs, and they also add the ability to do things like plug in two DJs, so one DJ can finish playing and someone else can mix straight into him for another Serato system flawlessly without having to kind of unplug and play something else in the meantime, and stuff like that. So it's worth looking into it, but for most users the SL2 is going to be perfect. So there's some more information and that map as to how it all works out if you're not sure how DVSs work over on the accompanying blog article at digitaldjtips.com/SL2. Thank you for watching.